Good morning, folks. I'm so happy to bring you another couple of cute projects to do this month of June. Welcome back. Hope everybody is doing well. Good morning, folks. I'm so happy to bring you another couple of cute. So these are the two projects that you will be creating. They're very male orientated. So I'm going to scoot these just to the side. So in this one kit where you're going to have the golf stuff, okay, so you should have a card base, some pop-ups, a piece of the clouds. This will be torn in half to make your grass. This is the putting green, the hole, the stick, the flag, and your banner. So let's fold our card base in half. This is 8.5 by 5.5. You grab my bone folder here. If you do not have a bone folder, you could use the edge of a plastic knife or a butter knife. So we're going to attach this across the top. And as most of you know, my selective choice of glue is some wet glue. So I'm going to put some all the way around the edges. If you have a hard time managing the wet glue, you can use your particular adhesive of choice. So we want to have a white frame all the way around it. Make sure that's adhered well. Then you're going to take this piece of paper and you're just going to kind of eyeball the center of it. Doesn't have to be exact. You're going to tear towards you in little small tears. So we're going to put one like this and then the other one right on top of it. Just like that. But as you can see, there's a rough side and there's a smooth side. You want to make sure that this rough side is out. So again, I'm going to put a little bit of wet glue behind it. Some on the second piece. A little glue goes a long ways. Now I want to make sure on the bottom I have about the same amount that I have on my sides of the white showing. I know on my sample it's a little closer, but that's okay. There's no right or wrong. So let's put our putting green down. Then we're going to put our stick. I'm going to do it offside on a piece of, let me grab a piece of paper so I don't get the glue all over my, yeah, I got a piece of plastic. I don't want to get glue on my work surface, so I'm just going to put a few drops. Hopefully you can see that. Just lightly add a little. Now I'm going to attach that to my card. Then I can add my little hole on top. You can either use a glue dot for this or your adhesive. Then I want to take a bone folder and I just want to curl my little flag a little bit. And to help keep that curl, I am going to cut a piece of this. And I'm not putting it right on the edge. I'm actually going to put it about right there. So it looks like it needs to be a little shorter. That's just to keep the curve of the flag for me. So you can see it's not right on the edge. I'm actually going to put adhesive there. I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive there. So a drop there and a couple of drops here. Pull that back enough. Just hold it down for a minute. Then we're going, you can probably cut your pole down if you want. Looks, I use scraps, so I should have measured it a little bit better. So now we're going to take off the sticker. Just like my flag, I want to curl this a little bit. I know it probably will get flattened out when we mail it. Again, I'm going to take another little piece and just try to keep it on that curl. A little bit of glue, and I'm going to line this up right here with the edge. I don't think I took the paper off. Here we go. You do have to hold this down just for a minute if you're using red glue. All right, so there's project number 1. So let's bring in project number 2. So again, you have a nice white card base. You have a mat that's already been embossed for you. You have a tag, you have some pop-ups, and you have all of your tools. You should have 3 of them. And then a die cut for you. I did not put a happy birthday or anything on this one because I didn't know if with Father's Day coming up, if perhaps you wanted to use it for Father's Day. So the first thing I'm going to do is tie a double knot, a double bow on my tag. So I'm going to take roughly 16 inches of this twine. I'm going to put it through my little hole of my tag. Bring my tails through that loop. And then, oh, you know what? I should have, hold on a minute, missed a step. Come back, cut this in 2. So some people have a hard time with this, and you can certainly just make a bow and glue it on. Nobody would know. It's totally up to you. Okay, so now I can bring all of these tags through. And then I'm going to make a tiny bow. Bring my loops together. And if you hold your knot, you can play with your loops a little bit. Try to get them almost the same size. Yeah. Let me grab my ribbon scissors and trim this up a little bit. I want the tails to go off to the side. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like we're ready to assemble. Oops, I gotta put some, hope they're in there. You should have some little silver enamel dots, what they're called. So I'm taking my bone folder to make a nice crispy fold. Then I'm going to put this embossed layer. And this is one of those embossed folders that I like both sides, so you can choose which side you want to have up. This is called the deboss, because as you can see it goes in. And then this is called the emboss. I'm going to have the embossed one up. Again, I'm putting some red glue. I personally like to use wet glue because it gives you just a few seconds to make some adjustments if you need to. But sometimes those tape runners don't allow you that freedom. So again, we want to have a nice white frame all the way around. Just going to hold that there for about 10 or 12 seconds. Then I'm going to attach my For You, make sure it's going in the right direction, right in the center there. So just a few drops. Well, I am going to pop up this tag so I can slide my tools underneath it. I'm going to cut 2 of them in half. And position them somewhat like this. There's no right or wrong. Take the backing off. Position that right in the middle of your card. Then I'm going to take my saw and I'm going to cut it about like that. Because I want it to look like it's really long. So now I can take some wet glue. Put it on the back side. Slide that under. And then take the other piece. Come down in the corner here. So it looks like it's continuous. Whoops, I gotta bring it up just a little bit. There we go. So you have to think about where you're positioning your brads. So then you can put your hammer somewhat like that. If it gets in the way of your brads, you can, your pop-ups, I'm sorry. Keep saying brads. You can just cut it off. And then the wrench goes right on top of the tag like this. So you only want to put a little bit of adhesive right in the middle. Hold that down. Then we're going to take our enamel dots and place them wherever you like. But remember, when we make a triangle of aligning our embellishments like this, it's just more appealing to the eye. That's an art trick. So if you can kind of keep that in mind, it just brings things to more balanced, I guess is a better word. So that's the projects for this month, folks. Thank you so much for joining me and all of your support. And I look forward to creating for you again next month. Until then, please take care of yourselves, stay well, and be kind to each other. Bye-bye now.